This is the Arcade County World Builder. This is where you're going to build all of your levels for your retro style games in Arcade County. Click over on our tiles panel right here, and one of the great things about this is we have real-time editing. You don't have to compile your game to play one of your levels. All you have to do is hit the play button, and now we're controlling this little pink block. You see that the scroll bars down on the bottom move, showing us where we are in our level. I just created a very small level right here. It's only 2 horizontal screens by 1, but you can increase that. If we wanted to expand the vertical, you can see that now the camera will scroll down to meet that. And we don't have any tiles down here, but let's bring this back up. The other great thing about this is real-time editing. If I want to drop a tile right here, I can just drop it right there, and now it works right in the physics world. So we can test out jumps or even drop in characters immediately. We remove it, and now we can walk right through it. As I said, you don't have to compile to drop anything down. So I'm going to show you the graphic editor real quickly. Now, keep in mind, I am not a graphics artist. And something else is that I'm using a double pixel technique. You'll notice that you're seeing each of the individual pixels. You'll have a choice in how you do this. Let me just kind of show you how this works. I'm going to grab this tree to edit it. You'll notice that over here I have double pixels checked. If I turn this off, see everything gets smaller. In old retro games, the resolution was really only about 224 by like 256 or something. So the pixels... So what would happen is when your TV would play one of these games, it would have to stretch out the image, so the pixels would get really big. This allows you to, via double pixels, it allows you to create that old school technique. So any of your 16 by 16 tiles will get double pixeled once you bring them in. Or if you want to do a 1-to-1 pixel ratio, just turn off double pixels, and you can have much more, a less chunky style of system. So I'm going to keep it on double pixels because I love the retro style. Let me just grab a blank tile right here, and I'm going to create a bush just very quickly. This is probably going to look dreadful. I'm just going to show you some of the painting tools. So I'm just going to make me a bush right here and draw the outline of it. I can already tell this is going to be terrible. Let's make the inside a little bit brighter. Not a big fan of that. Let's a little bit darker. Let's get rid of some of these. I guess that would be like a quadruple pixeling effect right there. And let's soften it up a little bit. Now we're going to use the lightening and the darkening tools to paint inside of this. We're going to get our highlights. So let's put our highlight, one of our highlights here. Once again, not a graphics artist. I really don't know what I'm doing, in all honesty. And what the great thing about the lighting tool, I guess you would say, is that it takes the pixels, the color that you're on, and it only lightens it. So if, for example, let me show you how this works. When I click on this pixel right here, if I go outside the boundaries, you'll see it doesn't affect any of the other pixels. It only affects the color that I'm on. If I click all colors, then it would affect everything. And if you were an actual graphics artist, you could do a lot better job than I'm doing right here. And that is pretty dreadful. And let's make it a little bit of a cactus. What would a cactus thorn color look like? Would it be gray? Just put some, well, that's still green because I'm still on the lightning tool, so we'll put some little fake cactus thorns. We'll say that this is a cactus. Why not? So let's save and exit, and now we can drop this in the world, and it actually doesn't look that bad. Let's put it on top. We can put it on layer 5 so it appears in front of stuff. So there's our little cactus. Hit the play button. You can see that we don't have that as a block tile. We'll be able to set that as a block tile. Now I want to show you the parallax scrolling. And here's some layers that I've created, and we can edit these. Right-click them. We go into the parallax scrolling editor. We can make sure that they're seamless by clicking loop horizontal, and you can see it adds a second one right there. We'd loop it vertically if we had that, but this is only a horizontal parallax scroller. So the first thing, let me drag this star field. You can see I drag it in, and it automatically tiles it for me. Now I hit the play button. Now you're going to see that it's automatically become a layer of parallax scrolling just through drag and drop. We've got a bunch of layers, so let's do some more. Now I've got another star field, so let's draw this as an offset, and now I've got 2 layers, and I want to have the front layer scroll a little bit faster. So we're going to give its left and right scroll just a little bit faster. Might have been a little bit too much because it's pretty much moving right with the screen now. A little bit less. I'm going to have to slow this one down just a little bit more to create the 3D effect. Now you can see that they're very much scrolling independently. If I want to set an automatic speed, I can do that as well and have them scroll on their own. I can scroll the vertical as well as the horizontal. Create a lot of different effects. Can invert it, and let's see, somebody's not moving down very much. See, now we've turned a star field really into more of a rain effect now. So let's keep adding some layers. So let's add a little mountain layer. Now, I can click and move this. I don't want this to tile vertically, so I turn off the vertical infinite loop. And this should be very far away, so let's turn this horizontal scroll to really slow. Hit play, and now it should move incredibly slow. You can see it really moves slow. So now let's grab a cloud layer. We're going to pretty much do the same thing. We're going to put it on top of our mountains, and we're going to give it an automatic scroll. We're going to make it slow as well, but we're going to give it automatic. See. Looks pretty good. Now let's grab yet another mountain layer. Once again, turning off its vertical. And we need it to move a little bit faster than the previous layer. And now we're going to do another cloud layer. And it'll need to be a little bit faster. See how that looks? So you can see the front cloud layer is a little bit quicker. Now if I start walking again, see it's starting to look pretty good. Let's do one more of each. Put down another mountain layer, and once again we need it to be just a little bit quicker than the previous. And then one more cloud layer, and that'll look pretty good. You see that's created some pretty good depth. It's a very good pseudo 3D effect. And we can hide these layers. For example, if we want to not take a look at we just want to see our clouds, we can do that. Want to hide our clouds and just look at our mountains, we can do that as well. So you can look for any problem areas in your parallax scrolling. And now I'm just going to do something crazy. I'm going to sit here and just randomly set a bunch of crazy stuff for each one just to make it look ridiculous. Now we've got our cloud floating away. Like I said, just doing some weird random stuff, and these results are going to look ridiculous. But it's just kind of showing you the power that you have being able to... Whoa, probably shouldn't have him go there. We're going to lock his starting position. Probably shouldn't be floating away like that, but what are you going to do? It's just kind of doing some strange things here. And we can still infinite loop our clouds if we wanted to. So anyways, that's just messing around a little bit, and it shows you the power and the real-time power that you have to test something in Arcade County, the development kit, the retro development kit. You can get more information about this at arcadecounty.com or unfungames.com.